And now we should get some answers to some questions from our Michelle Gili. She is with the Los Angeles Fire Department PIO right now. Hey, Michelle.
Okay, no problem.
That's right. This is firefighter Nicholas Prang from the LA Fire Department, and we're lucky enough to have him walk by our live truck and grab him to answer some of these questions. So you guys go ahead and shout some things in my ear once I get through a few of the things with him as this water dropping chopper flies over us. So I think one of the most important things to ask is the quality of the air at this point. And you had told us at noon today that you have hazmat specialists out here and that they hadn't detected anything hazardous. Is that still the case?
Yes, the smoke obviously is not good to breathe, but as far as hazardous materials classifications, the testing has shown nothing around, and we've removed the hazards that we thought were in there. There's ammonia that was taken out of the building and trucked away, and lithium-ion batteries have been isolated to one area that are being protected by hose lines. So it's just normal combustion, normal materials burning, and if there is smoke in the area, stay inside, but otherwise there's no additional hazard to be aware of at the moment.
So if combustibles are burning, there are likely particulates in the air. How dangerous might that be?
Particulates aren't great to breathe. I see you wearing a mask. The P95, the P100 or the N95 masks are great for catching the particulates. Those are very effective. Earlier we had clouds overhead, which kind of kept the smoke down. Right now there are no clouds, so it does allow the smoke to rise up and dissipate into the atmosphere. And so likely the smell will still be in the area, but the large amounts of smoke will rise away. But again, if you're sensitive to that thing, stay inside.
Do you anticipate putting another shelter in place?
No, I haven't heard any plans for that. We saw a flare up a little bit earlier. There was a change in the wind, which was expected. And while we're poking holes in the side of the building to get access with those hose lines, as you can see behind me, that naturally lets some air in. And so it was with the change in the wind, and there was a flare up inside, which was anticipated by crews on scene. And I think the black smoke only lasted for about 7 minutes. When something flares up like that, it gives the crews inside exactly where they need to shoot their hose lines and aim at, because when the smoke's thick, sometimes it's not always clear. The flame pops up, you know exactly where to put the water.
So what's inside and what is burning?
It's cold storage. I don't know exactly what items are in that cold storage, but mostly what's burning is the pallets and cardboard boxes holding the items. And so also those items are on 58-foot tall shelves and they're falling down. And so that's why we don't have firefighters inside yet. And so the smoke in the area is going to come and go as the firefight progresses. It's an extended operation, and we're going to be flowing large amounts of water into this building for quite some time.
The roof, might it collapse?
There's no indication so far, and there is some talk of putting firefighters on the other half of the roof to be able to apply water from the top. And this building, the way it's constructed, even though it's one big building, it might as well be two, structurally speaking. And so even if the side that's heavily involved with fire, if there is any compromise there, that other side of the building is safe, and that's where there's talk of putting firefighters up there. And so we're analyzing a lot of different tactics and deciding how to best proceed, but overall we've seen some very positive changes today.
And is that because there's some sort of a firewall that prevents it from?
Yeah, and I think it's even more drastic than that. I didn't get a good look at the building plans, but was listening to the owner of the building and some of the people that work there talk about the structure and just how stout it is, and especially the separation between the two, and they're independently supported.
I know that we asked you for a timeline, and that's something that you really can't give anyone. Is that correct? And why is that?
It's just a very complex incident, and we've seen this type of building in other areas of the country burn for weeks or months, and it's just a very complex incident. However, those other jurisdictions that had those don't have the large response of the LA Fire Department and all the tools with the water dropping helicopters, the RS-3 thermite, robot firefighting, remote control firefighting units. So we have a lot of tools, a lot of personnel. So we're coming at it as aggressively as we can, and we expect to get it out in a lot less time than some of these other structures have burned.
So in light of what we're seeing this afternoon, are you pouring more resources into this?
We've been cycling resources in and out for the entire incident. Obviously, with this many hours, we can't have the same crews on there, so we need to give them rest, but it doesn't mean we're going to stop flowing water. We order other crews from around the city strategically so that we don't deplete all the resources. We still have medical runs and fires elsewhere to operate, and so we are rotating units in, so if you hear more get added or see some come and go, that's what's happening.
And is there likely we might see a flare-up like we just did?
Yeah, it's one of the expected events that can happen with the tactics we're using. So like I said, that was anticipated, and the smoke conditions are going to come and go, and so we don't want people to panic. The fire is under control, even though it's going to take a long time to put out. It's under control. It's not spreading outside this building. It's not going to threaten the community any different than it is right now.
And lastly, what do you want to say to people who are wondering about their children, their pets, themselves, their health?
Yeah, we just want you to stay inside if you can smell the smoke. Obviously, it's not great for anyone, especially kids, to be breathing that smoke. And so be smart, be cautious, but this fire is not going to get outside these walls.
I appreciate your time. Ladies, anything back in the studio that you would like me to ask?
You know what? We think you covered everything, Michelle. My concern was that since he was talking about the direction of the wind, if it changed again, would there still be a big problem? But I don't think right now that he can say that they can get it out by tonight. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, you're not anticipating that you'll have it knocked down tonight.
No, this is an extremely complicated incident that's going to be at least several more days, possibly longer. And like I said, we're just going to continue flowing large amounts of water and keep at it with persistence, but also with safety, not putting firefighters in unnecessary risk.
Okay, and at this point, no firefighters are inside.
No firefighters are inside right now, and no reported injuries so far, so we're very thankful for that.
Yes, that is something to be thankful for. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for joining us. So you guys have the very latest from LA Fire, and they are here for the duration, of course, and as this firefighter PIO just told us, this will likely be several days.
Well, thank you so much, and we will, of course, keep watching this. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll have much more when we come back.